Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
So Shikha Colwill from Bloom Web Solutions. She's going to speak with us about mindset and marketing. Marketing begins with having the right frame of mind. She'll be sharing with us her 5 pillars of marketing to set your business for success. At Bloom Web Solutions, Shikha and her team guide businesses with strategic digital marketing and business development strategies to deliver their purpose and create success. Shikha's superpower lies in her strategy process, where business owners gain clarity, control, and confidence in their business. Shikha wants to see greater opportunities for her clients to expand their goals and give them their passion back for their business.
So today I'm going to talk to you about 5 pillars of marketing and mindset. So important. I mean, number one, I'll speak to you about number one in a minute. But I thought I'd dive into number 2. Now, I'm going to refer back to my workbook. This is something that I teach my clients and anyone who wants to learn about marketing, and digital marketing is something you can do yourself, but there is a strategy behind it. So I teach the strategy in a 1-day workshop. If you're keen to get this book, I'll tell you how you can grab one after this. 5 pillars of digital marketing starts off. The first step is your business process. Really, really super duper important. From the moment someone finds you online to the moment there's money in the bank, what does that process look like? You can itemize that, you can put some touch points in that, but knowing that process is important, because if the person has gone to your socials to figure out who you are and then contacted you in some way and then bought one of your products or services, that's really important to know what that journey looks like for them. The number one thing that I always get my clients to do is called a lean business. It's called a lean canvas, business canvas for your business. Anyone can grab one of these online. Highly recommend finding one on Google and printing it out and using it as your guide to determine what kind of products and services you offer, which ones are going to be worthwhile to post online, and how will you get around to marketing that online. So this will take you about 20 minutes to do. It's a super easy task. Number 1 step, highly recommend it. So your business process, you've ironed out your process from the moment they've contacted you, the moment there's money in the bank. What does that process look like? Where are those touch points? If they fall off those touch points, what then happens? All right, make sure you've got a plan B and a plan C, because there are other ways of contacting your leads. And if you let them pass, then they're gone. Number 2, your most important thing that you need to know is your customer persona, right? It's your number 2 most important thing. Once you've worked out what your products and services are, you have a client. But you can create a client, an ideal A-grade client, before you've got your products and services, because sometimes clients want certain things that you can offer them. You can mold your products and services to create that ultimate product that they're after. Why? Because your A-grade clients is who you're working for. That's where your mindset comes through. When you are struggling, or when you are eager to sell, then you may be selling to the wrong ideal A-grade client. So if we wrap that around and figure out who we want to be working for, or who we want in our business, then we are going to find our ideal product or service that can be right for them. And then you'll get the respect and the understanding and the commitment from your clients in return. But one of the things that I always ask people to do is, yes, understand who your clients are. Demographics is really important, but their psychographics is super important. So knowing if they go out and hang out, if they like to donate their money to charity or their time, Knowing if they like to even drink beer or wine is super important, because that's a kind of connection you can make with them on your socials. That's a kind of connection you can make with them when you're speaking to them online. But most importantly, understanding what your values are and connecting those values with your client, and really making sure that your client has those, relates to those values as well, will help you to know what to say to them online. Right, so and also on your website, so you can use these value markers to really connect with them. So that's your number two. Number three, the other most important step that I always encourage my clients to do is do some internet marketing research. Okay, there are a couple of strategies where you can start with marketing research. There are a couple of tools to use to see how well your website's doing and who your competitors are. We always know we think we know who our competitors are, because it's a business that we've been told about, or it's a business colleague or a friend who offers the same products and services as us, and we want to beat them. We want to come ahead of them. So understanding who Google thinks your competitors are is also important. So one of the steps is putting 5 keywords down on Google as a research, seeing what the results are, and then comparing those results to the next keyword that you put down. So each keyword will produce some results, and within those results, you will get very similar companies. You'll get very similar businesses appearing up in certain. 1 or 2 businesses will appear up again and again. Those are your competitors online. They may not be fighting for the exact same client as you, but they are in front of your client. So your client then has the ability to choose. And nowadays, the clients are doing their research without even coming to you first. So the client has the ability to choose and make their decision on whether they want to go ahead and buy your products or services. So having that strategy will give you an understanding of who your competitor is. And then you can use tools like SEMrush or Moz, M-O-Z. They're free tools where you can type in the client's website or competitor's website and find out what kind of keywords their website's being searched for, and then put your website in as well and compare those keywords with yours. It's a super easy tool to use, and I use it all the time to get some analytics and stats. So once you've got these competitors, you can then go ahead and see what they're doing online and how you can be different. All right, we're not trying to be who they are. We're trying to stand out from the crowd. So learn how you can be different and create your authentic sales process. So that's number 3. Your internet marketing is super important. Ranking on the right keywords is important, yes, absolutely. And of course, that comes with your copy and communication. How well are you communicating with your client through using various other things like social media, email marketing. Also, you can use text messaging now, as well as messaging on Messenger. So there are various other ways of communicating with your leads and also your clients. And don't forget, email is still the #1 way to communicate with your audience. So use it effectively and ask them to sign up to something on your website as a way of increasing your audience list. The other thing is, of course, content, which is really important. Making sure that your keywords are pitched in the right format, using your values as a way of increasing that credibility. But the #1 thing that will give you, that will make all this happen for you is your mindset. The #1 thing. If we've got the right mindset, we have more control over how we get seen online and who enters our space. And we have so much clarity over what our business offers and how it offers. So we get clear on your mind, if you get clear on your mindset, and there are certain techniques and tips that I do offer my clients to start the day in that way, and have some goal setting exercises for them to do so that they can reach their goals and know where they're heading. So without a goal or an aim in mind, we don't know where we're heading into. Looking at these stats gives us reporting. Looking at the online stats gives us an understanding of what we could be changing, what we could be doing. And I always tell people you need at least 30 days worth of stats online before you start to pivot or change into a different direction of whatever you're planning to do. So having an idea of looking at your social media reports, looking at your Google Analytics, looking at analytics through SEMrush and Moz tools or similar tools in that fashion is going to be very helpful for you to know, is this working? Is this tactic working? Looking at your email tools as well, seeing how many people click through certain emails and where do they end up going is going to be important for you to analyze that. So this process can actually be done at any point to create a strategy. If you don't have a strategy at the moment, this process can be done at any point. It's a super handy tool to have. It's got a stack of questions that you would ask yourself about your business process, your products and services, your clients, and then determine how you want to move forward in the next 30 days with your marketing. And then, of course, get those results back to see where you can change and pivot. It's not a set and forget. Absolutely not. Some things work at certain times. Some things need to change at certain times. But it's often ourselves that causes the tool not to work. So if we get our mindset in the right place and we get an understanding of who we're connecting with and an understanding of what they're clicking and what they're doing and how they want to be proceeding forward to connect with us, then it's really important for us to know where our business is heading in terms of our marketing. So that's basically in a nutshell. Number one thing is your mindset. And I guide businesses through a journey called the Corporate Code. And we take their business through this process of clearing their mindset through a transformational journey for their business. And this is the number one thing we can do to help them achieve and what they want to do in their business, and things start happening organically and magically. So it's I've taken my own business through this program and I swear by it. It's amazing. So having a clarity on your mindset will help you achieve the clarity online and help you to reach your goals. That's me in a nutshell.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Shikha. Goodness, you can tell you've been doing this for a long time with all those tips that you can just spurt out spontaneously. So we might turn to the audience now, see if anyone has any questions or comments for you on the information that you've just presented. So guys, you can either wave your hand enthusiastically or you can use your raise hand function if anyone has any questions or comments for Shikha today. While anyone else is thinking about that, Shikha, I'd love those two tools that you mentioned. One was Moz and one was
SEMrush.
Something.
Yeah, SEMrush.
Great. Yeah. And they're obviously easily found online.
Absolutely. And they're free to register and they have a free component as well.
Okay, great. All right, terrific. Now we've got a question from Heather. Yes, Heather.
Hi, Shikha. Thanks for that. That's great. I was just wondering, is there an optimal number of keywords to rank on?
Oh, you can. The list is as long as your string. You know, it really, there is no optimal number of keywords. Google loves as many keywords as you can offer. If you're stuck on, I mean, obviously, sticking to 5 keywords as a minimum would be fantastic. If you can appear up in 5 keywords in the first page, then you're doing great. If you're number 1 on all those 5 keywords, then that's even better. And anything more than that is going to be a bonus for you. So yeah, so stick to your 5. You can stick to your 5 keywords as in things that people would be typing in to find you online. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Great question, Heather. And Jennifer, you have a question for Shikha as well.
Oh, just a quickie. Sometimes I try to use that Moz tool where you can examine a page, but it refuses to load for me. Do you have any tips there about how to use that Moz tool?
Oh, yeah. Moz is lovely when it works. And then when it doesn't, it has its breakdowns. No, I can certainly have a look at that with you and see. It's definitely got to do something with the tool, and maybe it's a load time issue. Yeah.
Just keep loading it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can have a look with you and then see where that ends up.
Okay, thanks. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, and Con, you have a question as well.
Shikha, how are you? A very good presentation. A lot of you talked about email marketing being very important. There's a few tools that are on the market at the moment where you can actually test and send a test email. That way your email doesn't go to the junk folder. Do you recommend those? Do you recommend those tools where you can do a test email first and then go from there?
Yeah, absolutely. There are like 9,000 CRMs out there. So I have a selection of 5 that I use continuously, depending on the type of project and what the client's needs are. And if I was to suggest doing a test email, yes, absolutely. And you can, if you haven't done email marketing before, you can start with MailChimp. It's a really easy tool to navigate.